Please welcome Neolife founder Jerry Brassfield.
Thank you so much, Drew. I'm overwhelmed with emotion here in California, my home, as I watch these wonderful distributors receive these bonuses, we'll call them, which are percentages of the profit of the company. This is over and above our compensation plan. These are numbers that are of monies which I believe in sharing the profits of the company with the people who are building the large businesses. I want to thank you, Drew and AJ, for leading the event today, and thank you Olusamne, and of course Brandon and all the others that have joined in. And of course, always a thrill for me to see you, Rory. Say hello to Nola for me, Charlie. Say hello to Alta, to Johnny. I just so appreciate you and what you're able to do. You are an accomplished leader in our business, and you deserve your share of the company profits. These are large checks, and I know that as if you're watching this and you didn't receive these large checks, it's easy maybe for us to sit on the sideline and say, you know, I believe that Charlie Bolton and Alta can do this, but I'm not so sure that I can. Or we might be saying, I believe that Hafiz Tijani, he's strong, he's a leader, he's a motivator. I believe he can do it, but I'm not so sure that I can. And this would apply to all of the people. We have no trouble believing that somebody else can do it, because we really don't have to even believe. We don't have to have faith, because we can see it. We can see it and believe that someone else can achieve this. In the few minutes I have with you today, I want to just assure you that if you will take inventory of your own attributes, your own strengths, your own whatever you bring to the table. Hafiz Tijani mentioned that he said, you know, that you can do this if you believe it. And it starts with there. It starts with us accepting this Neolife adventure, which is an adventure of good health, an adventure of increased financial income, of wealth for our families. It's a gift, because it doesn't cost anything at all, hardly, to get started. So I think of it as a gift. When the products came into my life as a young man suffering from asthma and other health issues, very, very sickly, it was a gift that came into my life, and I developed a story based on my experience. So let's just start there. In answer to believing someone else can do this, but maybe not me, why, you know, how can I do it? Well, start with a story. Use the products, benefit from the products, develop your own story. 2 days ago, Kendra and I visited with a distributor here in California. In fact, I don't know if Kendra doesn't talk about it too much, but she's now a qualified pilot, private pilot. She bought a small airplane, and this was the first time that she took me and flew me to another city. And we did that just to meet with a Neolife distributor and a single mother with a son. And but you know, she wasn't talking about all the money she made. She was talking about the health benefits for her, her son, her mother, her sister, and other people in the family. And that's the beginning of a story. Okay, that is a story. And now if we can say, okay, what about me? Do I have a story? Well, if you don't have one, get one. Use the products and get a story. The next thing is, what about me? What do I do with my story? I will tell you this, that it's simply sharing the story. It's talking about your experience. It's talking about it's talking and communicating your story so that it influences somebody else. And so can you do that? Can you speak a language? Okay, well, find somebody that speaks the same language and tell your story. Okay. Do you have just the basic education? Can you read and can you speak, and is your mind normal? Do you have the gift of a body that can take you to places that can you just smile and tell your story while maintaining a positive attitude that's based on goals that you've set, and then believing and having faith that if you follow what the company lays out, if you learn to use the websites, the videos, participate in this trend of e-commerce, if you could just pass your story on, and in the process of communicating your story, little by little, you share not only what you have gained and what, as a result of being associated with and part of the Neolife lifestyle, but you have a desire to love and help somebody else do the same. And as you repeat your story, as you live out your life, you become experienced. And experience is what makes the difference. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The more ups and the more downs, by the way. Now, are we going to be afraid and think maybe we cannot do it? Of course we are. I started out afraid, and I had to learn to go ahead and do and share my story, even though I was afraid. So do it while you're fearful. And then you become less fearful. Never, the fear doesn't go away 100%. You know, I was nervous just before I was going to speak with you today. Am I going to be able to say something? I knew I would say something, but I'm nervous that can I say something that might help you believe that if you can walk and talk and tell the truth and share your story and work on yourself, your self-improvement, you know, learn to think positive, stay away from negativity, learn that it doesn't matter what somebody else says. They're always going to try to tear you down and take away your dream. And, you know, unfortunately, those negative people out there, they destroy a lot of dreams. You know, I had it in my own family. My mother was encouraging me. My father was discouraging me, even though he loved me. He didn't want me to get hurt. And but I saw both sides of the picture there by being nervous, by being afraid, by being, you know, 19, 20 years old, then 21, 22, coming up through there, not knowing how and what I was doing, but just determined that I was going to stick around and see where it leads. And so today, I've been here 62 years, telling my story, 62 years. And I'm more excited today. God has given me good health. I don't have to take any medications. I don't have aches and pains. I try to take care of myself, of course. And you know, if we take care of ourselves, our body will take care of us. And then if we can develop our spiritual life, and we can be thankful that God has given this neo-life vehicle to us, and thank him for everything that goes on in our life. We're only able to love because he loves us. We're able to prosper because he gives us that ability. I'm able to speak to you right now because it's a gift from God that I can communicate. And I want to just thank the team today for the team starts with all of you, distributors, the leaders, and right on up to the Five Diamond distributors. And then, of course, our management team today has never been as good and effective and qualified as it is today. You know, Drew and AJ and Brandon and Olusamdi, and, you know, it goes on. And then, of course, we have Marco Taylor, which lives here with us in California now. And, of course, Peter, thank you so much, Peter, for your keeping track of our finances. I enjoy your reports, and wow, I've just never felt so confident. And of course, then all of you under the leadership, and me too, by the way, under the leadership of my daughter, Kendra, who has grown in every way. I could not be more proud of her. Kendra, I'm proud of you. I hope you're still watching. Love you with all my heart, and you are definitely the person to take Neo-Life into the future. You and your wonderful team, talented team, and I just want to say to all of you that you know, when we look back, we can be very happy and thankful that we are where we are today. But if we look forward with the right attitude, there's no limit to where and what we can achieve in the future. To me, the future has never looked as bright as it is today. Thank you all for your contributions, and please just take inventory of what you have and be determined to put those skills and your energy and your effort and your faith and your belief, and know that if others can do this, you can do the same thing. You influence people to use the products, and you influence people to build a business, and you encourage and recognize them in every way. Thank you so much. Have a great year wherever you are. I also am looking forward to when I get to visit you in person. I'm anxious to travel, and hopefully this pandemic will ease up a bit worldwide so that I can get around and visit the markets. That's a pleasure of mine, not a job. Thank you, Rico, for your message this morning. Really enjoyed it, and what a leader you are, Rico. Not only in African market, but right around in the U.S. market, Mexico market, and then in the Philippines, and you influence so many people with your long-term commitment to the business. So thank you so much. Good luck to everyone, and may God richly bless each and every one of you. Thank you.